As we are leaving Mount Gilead Baptist Church to get back on this road walk. Got about 25 miles today, so we're getting to it before the sun is up. I've actually seen quite a few cars come down this road already this morning. Let's gotta make sure I have my headlamp on. Plus it's pretty damn dark. This section is called Gas Line. I think there's a gas line that actually runs all the way south and north. I ran into a few of these open areas, I think further back on the Sewanee. Actually, I camped at one. I camped at a campsite that had the gas line run right through it. So it's interesting. I believe it's underground, and then they just kind of clear out that entire length of the pipeline. So the same blue truck that stopped yesterday to give me some candies and whatnot. I actually just they live on this road apparently, and I just ran into them again on my way out this morning. This is a really friendly community or neighborhood. This road in particular, and it's super nice. It's actually, I can see the appeal to living out here. You know, it's remote, it's peaceful, quiet, no one bothers you really. But I was thinking, if it weren't for these churches the last 40-mile stretch of road walk, this would be very difficult to do. Because, you know, there's not really too many places where you can camp or get water. So thank God the churches are kind of spaced every 10 to 20 miles-ish, where you can stop, rest, and get water or camp for the night. So very fortunate to have these churches kind of placed along the way there in this section of the Florida Trail. Passing by the Mount Gilead trailhead. And I think back that way is actually a campsite. Not sure how far away it is. So for the past 3 miles this morning, I've been playing around with the load lifters on my backpack, like on the straps, and adjusting the waist belt accordingly to transfer more of the load to my hips. Because yesterday, my shoulders took an absolute beating on that 30-mile day, because I had everything nice and tight, strapped to my back, but the entire load was being held up by my shoulders. It just destroyed them. I was hurting so bad at the end of the day. And I know your hips can withstand more load, so that's what I'm testing out. Now, there is some compromises you have to make in regards to like your posture and kind of how that weight, when it's transferred to your hips, is being distributed to the rest of your body and your joints. I notice I can't really, it's hard to kind of stand more upright, so my posture kind of suffers a little bit with this forward lean. And then I also notice like the weight kind of hits my lower half a little differently, like in my hips. Obviously, you know, there's more load there, but then it's distributed into my knees and my ankles and my feet. It feels a little bit different there, so I kind of have to adjust accordingly. But my shoulders do feel a little bit better when I loosen the straps and keep that waist belt tight, so the weight sits kind of more around the waist area. I don't know, we'll have to play around with it the rest of today, but so far, like, my shoulders definitely feel better. This is the Rocky Ford Cemetery. I've made it back onto Country Road 14. This is my turn back into the woods. Now, if you continue straight, you can take a high water alternate. You just follow Country Road 14 to 680 and it'll reconnect with the Florida Trail. But since, you know, Florida's in a drought and it's relatively low water levels this year, we should be fine continuing on the actual route. I haven't seen any notices or comments saying otherwise, so I think we should be good. I'm officially entering the Aucilla River section of trail. And this should be pretty exciting because apparently this section of trail, there's been a lot of ancient artifacts excavated from this area. Anything from arrowheads to mammoth bones to stone tools. I'll have to keep my eyes open and hopefully we run across one of these artifacts. The trail continues that way, but we're gonna take a pit stop at the upper Aucilla campsite. Oh, so nice. We'll definitely fill up here too with some water. I just noticed there's a rope swing right here. So you could swing from that ledge right on into the river. And this river is super clean. I mean, look at the water that I'm filtering. It's crystal clear. So I'm just gonna sit here, eat some breakfast slash lunch, and then continue on because this is just too nice. I gotta enjoy this for a little bit. As serene and tranquil as that setting was, it is time to move on. I actually spent a little bit longer there than I anticipated. This section is absolutely amazing. Not only is it scenic, the trail's well maintained, but just the overall energy is really good. There definitely is some steep crossings. Like I was over there, had to go down and then back up here. Like something like that little culvert would be tough to cross during high water years. This is a nice little rest stop. Another view of the rapids and a little beach area. This would be an amazing river to paddleboard or kayak. I think more so than the Suwannee. Trail continues over there, but I think there used to be ruins of an old bridge up over here. Yep. Yeah, see down there? The pillars with the base. The amount of spider webs I have been taking to the face has just been unreal. Need to fill up on water, and I saw this little passageway right down to the river's edge where it's flowing. It's a little steep. Gonna be fun coming back up this way. I got scared shitless like 2 minutes ago. So I'm walking along, just kind of lost in my own thoughts. And all of a sudden I start hearing this like weird noise. I couldn't place it. And then I hear that it starts getting closer. And rapidly getting closer right behind me. So I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what it is. Turn around. It's two bicyclists, two mountain bikers coming through here. I had no idea you could bike along this path. Guess the good thing about that, with them riding up ahead of me, is they'll knock down all the spider webs. This section is deceivingly difficult because there's a lot of like little ups and downs, roots. So you do have to like kind of pay attention where you're walking. And some of like the dips are vertical. And also, the water resupplies, you kind of have to pick your spots, because I don't know if you can tell from this angle here, but sometimes, like, there's only certain spots where you can access water. Like here, it's just a vertical drop and you can't get down there. You might be able to scramble that one, but the majority of these maybe potential water accesses are not accessible. So where I was gonna stop and rest was, I think it was the South Aucilla campsite. But as I approached, I heard a cell phone ringing. It was ringing multiple times. I thought maybe someone might have forgot it on trail or something, but then eventually someone picked up and I heard voices. And I was like, nope, I'm just gonna continue on. Another big old sinkhole. It's pretty neat. You can see where the land just dropped straight down and then water collected around it. Looks like a bunch of limestone. All right, come up here, go left onto a road. Oh, looks like we get a trailhead, a little kiosk up here, and then right back into the woods. This section's really just beating up my feet. It's the ups and downs, the uneven surfaces, the multiple roots and stumps. Oh, anytime you look away or look up, tripping over a damn root. Another depression. There's been these like sinkholes all over the place. Whoa. A lot of bees. Holy shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And there must be like a fucking bee's nest or something under there. Ooh, we got another. Oh, jeez. See, that's what I mean by the roots. Like, I almost just tripped onto the damn bridge. Right up ahead is the Aucilla Sinks campsite. Oh, they got a fire pit here. They got benches. Nice. We're gonna chill out here for a bit. Not gonna lie, I did not love that campsite. No room for tents. There was bees everywhere. And there were these like little bugs crawling all over you as soon as you sat down. Glad I'm not staying there. This section just does not cease to amaze. Now there's rocks in the path. Just cruising, and now I gotta take my time getting through here so I don't sprain a freaking ankle. We're now on the long-suffering road. Turning on to Powell Hammock Grade. Okay, so a lot has happened in these past 10 minutes. So as I was kind of gunning it along that street, talk about perfect timing. I'm hustling along. It's this hot, as you saw, it's this hot, dusty, rocky road. And I'm just trying to cruise along. I'm getting ready to call Big Reds, which is the place where I was gonna camp. I shit you not, I hear a truck pulling up behind me. I was like, okay, they're just gonna go by. The truck starts to slow down. They roll down their window. They're like, hey, do you need a ride? I was like, oh my God, I look over. The guy's wearing a Florida Trail Association hat. And they started chatting with me that they hike the Florida Trail and they love, talking with hikers and helping out hikers. So I ended up catching a hitch, my first hitch on the Florida Trail with these older couple, Brenda and Rick. So thank you guys so much if you see this. And they were able to drop me off here at Big Reds just in time to get set up before they close and so I can get food. And it's funny, I was just like thinking about that too. I was like, oh, it'd be great to get picked up right now on the road. And just as I was about to call this gas station, my ride, they rolled up and helped me out there. So So thank you guys so much. It's always good to receive trail magic on trail. So Brenda and Rick, thank you so much, Trail Angels. You're the best. But this is where I'm at, Big Reds. The gas station is over there. They have like a little shower. I don't think the shower is working yet, but they got bathroom, sink, and then we can set up kind of like anywhere back here on the gravel. So I think I'm gonna get my tent popped up and then go order some food in there. Okay, I'm in my tent. As you saw, I just finished up eating, had some chicken wings, had some pizza. But I think they're gonna be expanding to like sandwiches as well for dinner. But it was delicious. I think it's Hunt Pizza. I believe it's a franchise or a chain that where they get the ingredients from. So it's pretty decent, actually. So I'm feeling good. I got a belly full of food. Got my first hitch. And it was only, I think, in total 3 miles that I got driven. So I am not a purist anymore. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's all part of the trail experience, right? Is getting hitches. And it was only a 3 mile road walk left anyways, maybe 4. And honestly, it didn't look like I was missing anything. It was literally just the same crap that you guys have seen for these past 50 or so miles, just walking on the shoulder. Really nothing special. So honestly, didn't really bother me that I missed those 4 miles of road walk to get here. I just wanted to get here and eat. And so I'm all cleaned up in the tent because these damn like sand fleas are always out during sunset now, and sometimes sunrise, I think. So I hop in the tent to avoid getting bitten, and I'll just be chilling in here probably for the rest of the night. Like today, this couldn't have worked out. This past hour couldn't have worked out any better, honestly. Like it truly is amazing how the trail provides and how you can kind of manifest things if you think about it and just put it out into the universe. Crazy ending to this amazing day, even though I was kind of struggling midday there. I was pretty tired after that 30-mile day. But overall, I think today ended up being, over 20 miles anyways, maybe 21. Tomorrow, we head towards St. Mark's. So we'll start from here, Big Reds, and travel towards the town of St. Mark's. Like I said, I'm not making up those 3 miles of road walk where I got the hitch. So we're just going to be progressing forward tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow's going to be a 20-mile day, maybe a little bit over, where I'll be camping in St. Mark's. We'll see you then tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.